Jawohl, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going from Frankfurt to Gatwick, and of course, the beloved Concorde. Yeah, and it's my first time really putting the rainy weather on. Sketchy takeoff there as well. Never mind. And yeah, so I've flown like with some cloud before. I think you've seen in some of the other videos. It's not ideal because you can't see a lot, especially with this. I mean, this particular mod doesn't have any lights or anything like that, or anything that's going to really help us. So it's all me on the controls, all manual, no autopilot, nothing like that. This is strictly down to me, this one. So hopefully, banking quite a lot there. I know that. I'm going to get quite high up for a bit and see what happens. And I think we're wildly off track as well. Yeah, I reckon we could do this in under 20 minutes. I said an hour and 10 on the thing, but again, this is Concorde. This is me. We're going to be breaking every aviation law in the book to sort of get where we got to go in good time as well. So yeah, I'm bringing it above the clouds just to, for the time being, just for some extra vision. Let's just while we get back on track. We're messing around with trim and things like that throughout the flight as well, because something I'm getting used to through all these flights. So yeah, using plenty of trim. We'll try and trim it down, trim it up. We'll do it all, don't worry. And wait here if you're enjoying the content. Just want to hit subscribe down there in the bottom right. That would be most helpful. And thank you for your support. It's 5 off 100 now. It's that magic number. And again, I'll keep bringing these sorts of videos. You know, I want to know what people want to see. Yeah, we can do all sorts here. So yeah, just hit subscribe for us and a like as well. Okay, trimming it down. Trying to get a bit of extra speed up here with this. It's nowhere near as fast as it could be. Yeah, and the big, I think, sort of big development news you've probably seen if you've ended up here is, I think one of the studios that makes like the third-party content for Microsoft are actually planning to make an official version of the Concorde, and I've seen like the sort of trailer videos, and it looks good. I mean, it's got the yeah, it's just got everything working. I think the nose comes up and down. The afterburners work too. You can see them properly in action. Oh, sorry. Steam account coming up. Keeps doing that actually. But yeah, no, this official version of the Concorde, it looks the bollocks. And yeah, I can't wait to get stuck into that. Hopefully when it comes out, so there'll be plenty more videos on that one. But for now, we just have to have the modded version, because I'm not certain when that one's coming out. They didn't really sort of say. It was just kind of a trailer type thing, and I think they're working on a few others. But I was browsing through the marketplace earlier actually, and I mean the prices for some of them planes, £33 for one. Jesus, I thought iRacing was expensive. You know, it's charging £8-9 for a car, or 10 quid for a track. 33 quid for a virtual plane, sorry. That's a joke. If it's 10 quid, I mean, it's reasonable. I mean, I moan about it, but it's still reasonable. You know, I mean, because you can buy one a month or whatever. But no, somebody is taking the Michael there, certainly. But I will be definitely buying the Concorde, though, I think, whatever price. Because I desperately get stuck in with that. But this one isn't too bad though. It's a great mod for. I think this is a converted one from Flight Sim X, which I never actually played. But it looked Yeah, it looked pretty good. If you do conversions, if you do conversion from Flight Sim X, please do let me know, because a couple of aircraft I actually need converting. So yeah, if you do that, just drop me a comment down below, because I'd actually pay for a couple through PayPal for. I need the B50. Is it the B52? I think I need that converting, and I need the MD10 or 11, either one. But yeah, I would pay handsomely for either one to be converted, if you do know how to do that. So yeah, definitely hit us up if converting them is your thing. Yeah, hurtling towards Gatwick now. See there, the English Channel. That's not too far though. I could see us sort of with this. I mean, it depends how far away. I mean, my general rule with the Concorde, we bring the engines down at about 100 kilometers to the time approach, like the turning point. Because then at least you know, because it does take a while to sort of slow down when you're doing 1400 knots odd. You're going to want to bring that right down. So I'm Liège with Belgium now, I think. It's weird with the ATC on this. It does all sorts. In different places. I've had Washington ATC when I've been in New York before. On this, it's yeah, it works in different ways, certainly. Imagine, where's this now? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. What a shot. Just above the clouds there. It's very good for time-wise, anyway. I was looking at doing Australia to New Zealand, a flight on the Concorde. It says it's like I think it's like 4 hours something, it said with this. But I mean, I know it would be nowhere near that at all. So it's something I might pursue. I've got loads of ideas for the Concorde, but then I kind of see what it's going to be like when the new one comes out. The actual version, where you can lower the nose and bring it up for better aero. Because on this you can't touch it. But obviously in the real Concorde they had that, so they could put it down for when they were landing, and if they wanted more straight line speed, they'd bring it up. Amazing. You can. It's amazing that you can actually do that on. I presume so. Anyway, on the new, or when it comes out, I imagine that will be expensive. It'll be about 50 quid, I reckon. That's I'm a bit low there. So yeah, we're in France now, I think. In the French countryside, you see this beast hurtling towards you. 1400 knots odd. Okay, we brought it up. So why am I keeping it like there? Yeah, we're going to sort of come up again. It is such a shame that they went out of commission. They'll Concorde, they stopped flying them. That's just been amazing to go on. New York in a couple of hours, was it 4 hours? 2 hours, I don't know. It's ridiculous. There's longer train journeys in England. Yeah, what great speed this is. I know it's low. Never low down. I said we'd be quite high up. I said we'll be high up for the first sort of part of the journey, but this thing can be a nightmare if you're too high up. Trying to bring it back down in this particular mod anyway, can be an absolute nightmare for the approach. So you want to sort of leave it. You want to sort of leave it down. around there. The land's going to be tough, I think. I'm not expecting great things. But we'll give it our best. Definitely. So what I'm worried about is kind of seeing where the runway actually is and if the lights are going to be sort of bright enough. And the cloud, of course, around the airport. But we're approaching the English Channel now. Some speed. I'm not going to sort of touch the controls here. Not the controls, sorry, the throttle. I think it's looking quite good. Surely hitting the English Channel now. It appears we're still in France. We've got London Central on the ATC as well. Yeah, there we are. We're not around the sea now. Kind of where we are. Here's a good height. Yeah, sorry, I'm here. I'm just trying to concentrate with this a bit because the sea is below now and we are almightily low. How low? Gotta bring it up. Trim up. Yes. Just rescued that from an absolute disaster. Yeah, heading into Britain now. I mean, look how quickly it cleared the channel. Ridiculous. Yeah, so this is when you want to sort of look to kind of reduce the throttle a bit. So we're coming into yes, we're coming into our sort of approach and looking to do our turn at some point. Our gears up. The gears down, sorry. Didn't realise that. That's probably why it slowed quite a bit. So you can pretty afford to pick up the pace a tad. Now coming in. Yeah, I should realise that maybe a bit sooner, but oh well. Like I say, the channel's a bit of fun. I get to show you this, a few other planes every now and then. I think I've done my job. If you're enjoying it, again, you know what to do. Yeah, see, we've got a lid just over there to the left. I was looking at doing my private pilot's license there, actually. It looks quite reasonable, but there's lots of... and head corn straight ahead as well. I went there once. I remember from medical. There's a nice little airfield, actually. Again, yeah, the private pilot's license, that looks... It's majorly... it's expensive stuff, and you're going to sink 15 grand into it. All in. It might be more for some places. A lot of money. But at the end of the day, you have a private license. Pretty much fly where you want in the country, obviously. And sometimes you do see, some people go to France and things with them. But yeah, it's a great thing to have on your CV. And it's something I definitely do hope to do at some point in the future. As we hurtle towards our approach, 20 odd kilometres out now. But this thing out, whizzing over the English countryside. It sounds great as well. Okay, we really got to slow it down now. The engine's almost off. Just looking on the map, seeing where our sort of turn is. There's a kind of a tiny left-hand turn. Smallest of adjustments. Not quite low, so I might have to get this right, we might have to adjust a few things. Not necessarily trim. Definitely flaps. Okay. So if you look at the map, we're pointing not too far off the runway, so I want to nudge it in the right direction here. Sort of square onto it. Just like that. Look how low the cloud is as well, though. It's not going to help us at all. The one thing I'm worried about, actually, is just not being able to see sort of the runway lights. If it stays like this, gear down, that should be fine. But yeah, it's just so much. It's really foggy. Yeah, trying it. It's dropping, so I have to kind of add a bit of throttle to keep it up. I'm not too confident about his landing. Don't expect anything major here. Can't see a thing. That's all. The lights aren't even flashing at me unless we're too far away. Still a few kilometers to go. Yeah, it's we're at an alright speed actually for the Concorde and for landing it. That was pretty good. If we could see the runway though, I'd be a bit more comfortable. Which we can't still. We just have our marker there, but obviously in real life you're not going to get that. You'll have your instruments, your maps, I suppose. But we do not have that. We have one map, which is saying we look pretty good for a landing. Okay, so 5 kilometers away. I still cannot see a thing. Just getting a bit worried now. Oh, there it is. A bit off course, so I can kind of bring it right and down a bit. Beloved Gatwick. Yeah. Slow enough, definitely. Maybe a bit too slow. Okay, well it's it's down. I'll take that. So thanks very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe.